The next thing we got to talk about the two rookies. You picked Caleb Williams to be rookie of the year, offensive. I picked my boy Jayden. Hold on, let me throw my shades on. Let me throw my number one division leading shades on. So we got Jayden Daniels leading number one team in the NFC East to a victory against the New York Giants. And we got Caleb Williams on prime time going against another young star, loses. We did week 1 grades. Let's do our week 2 grades. And we're going to kick it off with you, AJ.
Jayden Daniels, I give Jayden Daniels at least a B plus.
My man.
I give him at least a B plus. I liked what I saw. I felt like he used his legs when necessary, not too much. We saw what we wanted to see from him. Last week we talked about how we felt like he didn't sit in the pocket and just deliver the ball from the pocket more. Every time, he dropped back, he'd see somewhere to run. I'm gonna just take off and run. And so I respected the fact this week he sat in the pocket and he delivered pause. He delivered, let's just say, passes from the pocket. Let's say something else. He delivered passes from the pocket. I thought he played a great game. The only reason why I'm not giving him an A or an A plus, these shades. The only reason why I'm not giving him an A or A plus, I want to see you cash in the red zone a little bit more. But got to see some touchdowns put up on the board. Some of that is coaching, some of that is him, but we got to see some more touchdowns being cashed in. I will say though, you see him slowly understanding the game more, week by week, play by play, understanding what he needs to do to make this offense go. His first game-winning drive of his career. Now, granted, it's the Giants. I'm not going to put a ton of stock into the Giants, but he's a rookie, right? And it's the Commanders. And at the end of the day, this is a division rival. This is a team that has beaten the Commanders before. So I give them credit where it's due. Jayden played well. 226 yards, 23 of 29. You can't be mad at that. 44 yards on the ground, rushed the ball 10 times. That's 10 rushes, though, I do want to say. But he ran the ball 10 times, 44 yards. I thought he played a great game. And they won the game. They are technically, by the book, number one in the NFC East. This will not last long. But we live with it for now. You know what I'm saying? Cowboys didn't handle their business. We already talked about the Eagles, and y'all beat the Giants. Kudos to y'all for this week. But we'll be back next week talking about them Commanders for sure. As far as, Caleb. It's getting harder for me to grade Caleb week in and week out because this offensive line is atrocious. It's atrocious. Now, granted, it's been bad for the longest, and it was bad when Fields was there. I should have took that more into account when I was thinking about this award and thinking about the type of season he would have. I do think he's going to right his wrongs at some point this year. But that offensive line can't protect him for nothing. He got beat up out there. And outside of that, I feel like when he does have time, we said it in the chat, Joe, I feel like he's playing like he's still at USC. This ain't USC, bro. This ain't college, bro. You can't break tackles, roll to the right, throw across your body, and expect the pass to be completed. You are not Patrick Mahomes. I think a lot of that's been thrown out there is Patrick Mahomes. Bro, everybody not Pat. Pat could do that stuff and get away with it. You know what I mean? He got a lot of things going in his favor. Not only is he Patrick Mahomes, them zebras going to make stuff happen too. Yeah, I'm throwing shots. I do not care. But at the end of the day, it's Pat. Best quarterback in the league. And taking no credit away from him. At the end of the day, you are not him, bro. You are a rookie. You got to understand when it's time to make a play and when it's not time to make a play. At the end of the day, if you're Caleb Williams, you got to be smarter. You got to be smarter. But I do think he's going to learn. I think the missing Keenan Allen also hurts. I definitely think that hurts. I think that's your best receiving option. I like more, but I like Keenan Allen a little bit more. And so no pun intended there. But so I mean, if we just going off the last performance, I mean, let me get these numbers back up. I had them up earlier. I don't know if I don't even got looking at 174 yards passing, 2 interceptions, 23 of 37. It's another thing as I look at these numbers, all these back shoulder throws. He's trying to throw all these back shoulder throws, man. It's not working. You're not connecting, bro. You got to try something else. Go back to the drawing board and practice them back shoulder throws a little bit more. We seen DJ Moore take his helmet off in disgust after he missed one of them back shoulder passes. I mean, bro, if it ain't there, and you can't make that throw right now, don't force it. You ain't got to. If I had to give him a grade overall, though, bro, you went up against a good team. I think I gave him a D last week, or it might have been a D minus. Honestly, I'm giving him an F for that performance. I'm gonna give him an F. I'm failing him for that performance. The 2 interceptions, playing like you're still in college hurts. I know the offensive line is what it is, bro, but you can't. You are in part losing these games. The defense ain't playing that bad. You are, and the defense won you the game last week. You got to come out. You got to help them. You got to put some points on the board. And the last thing you need to be doing is turning the football over. The last thing you need to be doing is turning the football over. This is the pros. This is not USC. You got to be better. I'll give him an F. I'm not giving up on him. I'm not coming off my pick. I do think he will get better. He will improve. But he got a lot to learn. He got a lot to learn. So B+ for Jayden, an F for Caleb.
Sorry, Teddy. I got to take these off, man. All right. But I'm going to give Jayden Daniels a B+. And the only reason why he didn't get an A for me, just like you said, no, we didn't score a touchdown. Now, granted, some of them because of the offensive line. I mean, you get to the red zone, false start. But like you said, from week 1 to week 2, you see the growth. Week 1, tuck and run. I'm gone. This week, first half, first quarter and a half, yeah, somewhat. He was doing that. But then he got smacked one time, lost his, got the wind knocked out of him. He had to sit for one play. He came back in that game. AJ, my man said, you know what? Let me sit in this pocket and see how that go. And he started sitting in that pocket. He started throwing that rock. So I gotta give him credit for that and he was very accurate with his throws. Once again, did not turn the ball over. Like you said, he had a game-winning drive and 7 possessions, 7 field goals. We scored on every possession in that game. And granted, the Giants are the Giants, but the Giants got some good defensive pieces over there. And like you said, the Giants have been owning us for a while. I mean, Daniel Jones, 5-1-1 against us. So I'm used to the Giants' defense overpowering us, the defensive line killing us. Now with Jayden Daniels, it was a couple of plays that he broke that could have been big losses. That he almost got sacked and he broke out of it. And with that was play, even one of those plays, he didn't really gain much yards. He gained like a yard. But those type of plays ignites the team. It's like the team, like, come on, man, we got a dog on that team. And you see B-Rob running hard, Austin Eckler running hard. Austin Eckler runs off the kickoff on the opening. All that is an aura of Jayden Daniels. I'm telling y'all, Jayden Daniels is like that leadership that he brings to this team is changing it. So I'm gonna give him a B+. Caleb Williams. Listen, man. I was watching that game, and I in the beginning I felt bad for him. Because in the first half, he played good, in my opinion. I was watching him like he's playing good. He's not turning the ball over. He's making every throw. He just getting pressured like crazy. Literally, he got no time in the pocket. But in the second half, there were throws that he had open, and he missed. I mean, he would have had a pass CD, but your boy Duzier, all right, Rome, yeah, he dropped the touchdown. Yeah, Roma Duze, he dropped a touchdown, but then they ended up running the ball in. But after that, he missed Carter wide open. Carter was wide open. He missed him for a first down on 3rd down. That was key. He threw an interception, but was called back for holding, and that was bad. He also missed DJ Moore, like you said, the interception with DJ Moore. Oh my gosh, like what are you doing? You know what I mean? He underthrew Komet, like the man, and it was an interception. So. His issue is accuracy right now for me. We know the O-line is not going to be there. We know the O-line is an issue. Even the run game is not even clicking right now. Swift is not getting nothing going on right now. What Swift had yesterday? Swift had what? You got the numbers right there?
Let me pull it back.
14 carries. I know he had 14 carries. And
14 carries, 18 yards.
1.3 yards a carry? They ain't getting nothing rushing. What the world is going on?
Yeah.
I mean, God dang.
I bet he wish he was still in Philly. He signed that deal quick, though.
I know, right? But it was soon he was getting the ball, it was in the backfield. It was one sack they had on Caleb, man. Danielle Hunter. Oh my gosh. He just like fell on Caleb. I was like, and then he started rolling in the ground. I was like, dog. Like this man, he's a grown man tackling a little kid. That's how I looked at it, right? But I gave Caleb a D, another D, man. I gave him a D- last week. I gave him a D this week because I feel like he was under rest. They blitzed him more than 50% of his snaps this game. They blitzed him. They blitzed him like crazy. They knew they had an offensive line. They knew he was a rookie. They want to see how he react to it. But he did throw them 2 interceptions. I could give him an L, but I'm not going to do that because You know, he did throw 2 interceptions. I get you, but they still had a chance to win that game, even though like and like I feel like even though he had 2 interceptions, he was moving the ball way more than he did the first game. Like literally, like that first touchdown they got, he got them down there. He moved that rock down there. So I gotta give him props for that.
See,
So I'm gonna give. Go ahead.
my bad. No, you can finish.
No, I'm finished. I give him a D.
I gotta move it to a F because if I'm not mistaken, last week I gave him a D minus, and the reason why I didn't give him an F is because he didn't turn the ball over. I said at the end of the day, the defense won you the game, but at least you didn't lose it.
Yeah,
at least you didn't lose it. This week you kind of lost that game, bro. To be honest, them interceptions killed you. And yes, the defensive line is or the offensive line is what it is. You kind of knew that coming there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of knew that. But at the end of the day, you can't put your team in them type of positions. And some of the interceptions, bro, is the last one I remember off the top of my head. He breaks a tackle, scrambles to his right, and just throws it up. Again, this is not college. You cannot play like that, especially without Keenan Allen out there. You cannot. And he's not even a jump ball type of guy, so you really can't even really do that with him. He has to learn that sometimes, bro, you just gonna have to sit back there. You got to take that sack, or you got to just run and throw it away instead of keeping it in bounds, trying to give somebody a chance. At the end of the day, bro, you really ain't got no jump ball receivers like that. That's going. Your best receivers ain't gonna go get it. Listen, I got him in fantasy. I might drop him. He ain't done nothing so far. Bro. Like Dunze ain't that guy, at least right now. Maybe we'll see him progress as the Bears progress potentially, right? But your other 2 star receivers, Moore and Keelan Allen, those 2 are not jump ball type of guys. These guys are going to catch the ball, catch the ball in the middle of the field, take those tough tackles. They're route runners. They're speedsters. They're not guys that's going to go up and get it. That's not how you're going to play, and that's not how you're going to win with this team. Mm-hmm. And so I got to move them turnovers moves it. If it's anybody else, we giving them an F. And in the case of Jayden, or in the case of Caleb, number 1 overall draft pick, expectations are high. They are high. At the end of the day, they are high. They compare you to Patrick Mahomes. I'm not, but they are. Media is. People are. And I'm high on him. So in order to hold him accountable at this point, all things considered, I got to give you an F.
Yeah, bro. He got pressure at 81% of his dropbacks. That's a lot, bro. That's a lot. That's 81%. But look, shout out to Jerry, man. This is a true story. Caleb Williams, when they drafted that punter, Torrey Taylor, he told him you would never punt in Chicago. They got the second most punts in the NFL right now.
And see, that's again the confidence. The confidence is here, but the play down here, bro. Right. I feel like it's only right to hold him accountable. And I understand that's what makes him special, his ability to extend plays and make them down the field. But, bro, it looks great when it works. But when it's not working, bro, let's put it like this. It hasn't worked in the NFL yet. Until we see that, how do we know that's what makes him special? How do we know that's more so not to his detriment right now? Because right now it's been to his detriment. From what I've seen, it's been to his detriment that he's extending plays and making plays worse by turning it over, at least in this most recent game. I got to see it work on a professional level. A lot of guys was good coming out of college extending plays. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys. Tim Tebow was great extending plays. Right? You know what I mean? Like Johnny Football, one of my favorite college football players, great extending plays, right? Jamarcus Russell was great extending plays, right? Buddy that just got benched, Bryce Young, was great extending plays. It ain't work on a professional level yet.
See,
until it works, I'm not comparing him to those guys. I don't think he's gonna beat those guys. But I'm just using examples to say, just because something made you great in college, don't mean it's gonna make you great in the pros.
It's gonna translate, cause like Carl said, he will have some bumps and bruises. See the difference between him and Mahomes. People forget Mahomes sat a whole year before he played. He sat a whole year, and like I said, we was picking our rookies. Mahomes has Andy Reid. Caleb Williams don't have. One thing I can say about Jayden Daniels, I truly believe the coaching with us is better than the coaching they got in Chicago. I don't care what the weapons they got over there. our coaching is much better. Cliff Kingsbury, game 1, he kind of a little iffy. Game 2 against the Giants, that play calling he did the whole game, great. Fed, also Aguilar, fed Brian Robinson. Short intermediate passes, get Jayden warmed up, and then as the game went on, he started going like 10, 15 yards downfield more than often. So he calling a great game plan. But this coach, it's a video. The offensive coordinator calling plays. He like this. He's shaking. Look, If he has some health issues, I apologize.
Yeah,
but I did see that video. If he have health issues, I apologize. Or he just nervous. I don't know what it is, but he was shaking hard with that play call sheet.
Yeah. It's a lot to be improved, and the Bears are not off the hook. Excuse me, sorry. Mm-hmm. The Bears are not off the hook by any stretch of the imagination. But all in all, we knew the offensive line was going to be what it's going to be. We knew the coaching was going to be what it's going to be. But I looked at this team and saw, hey, look, you got some weapons on the outside. You got a solid running back in the backfield in Swift. I know he ain't got it going yet, but I expected a little bit more from Caleb so far this season. It's very early.
Mm-hmm.
The F hits different if this is week 10. It hits different then. But it's very early. It's okay to have these type of performances the first few weeks of the season. It's okay. But y'all gotta coaching gotta be better. And he got to find a way to, at the very least for now, he cannot lose you games.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. I'd rather have him play like how he played week 1 than play like how he played this past week. I'd rather you just defense, y'all going to have to win these games. I'd rather you do that than, look, I'm going to try to make a pay and make the situation worse by throwing 2 interceptions on the day. That's how I see it.
We're going to see.
We're going to see. But Joe. Let's lighten the mood a little bit. What you say, man? Let's lighten the mood.